Hey, New York and Dubai! Africa is about to give you a run for your money. That's right, our beloved continent is stepping up its skyline game, and it's time for the world to take notice. We're talking skyscrapers that pierce the clouds, and jaw-dropping architectural designs that'll make you wonder, how did they even come up with that? All right, peeps, let's talk about the pride and joy of Cairo, the one and only Cairo Tower. This bad boy is all about that height, standing tall at a whopping 614 feet. That's 62 floors, folks, and located on Gezira Island in the Nile River. But what's really cool is the revolving observation deck at the top that gives you a full view of the city. Talk about an Instagram-worthy moment. This baby was designed by the talented Egyptian architect Naum Shabib and commissioned in 1961 to symbolize Egypt's power and leadership in the Arab world. And let me tell you, they were trailblazing some serious modern construction ideas. This thing was the tallest building in North Africa for 21 years and held the Africa title for a year, too. The design was inspired by the lotus plant, a symbol of ancient Egypt, and it's just as beautiful at night, illuminating the skyline like a lotus flower. But hold up, there was some drama surrounding this tower's construction. A local Islamic group issued a fatwa to demolish it in the 1990s because they thought its beauty would arouse Egyptian women. Talk about a compliment, am I right? Thankfully, the tower still stands strong and is considered the second most impressive construction project in Egypt's history after the Great Pyramid of Giza. So snap a selfie with this beauty and show the world what Cairo's skyline is all about. Britam Tower, 640 feet, Nairobi, Kenya. Hey guys, we're taking a trip down to Nairobi, Kenya to check out the one and only Britam Tower. This baby stands tall at a whopping 640 feet and has a unique, twisted shape that not only looks cool, but also reduces wind pressure on the building. And if you're all about that view, you'll love that it offers an unobstructed look at the city. So get your cameras ready. The Britam Tower was designed by Triad Architects, and let me tell you, they were thinking green. This beauty is environmentally friendly with energy-efficient systems, sustainable technologies like rainwater harvesting and solar panels. And don't even get me started on its facade, made of glass and aluminum panels that reflect the light and colors of the sky and surrounding buildings. Talk about stunning. But this tower is more than just a pretty face. It's got a rooftop restaurant and bar, a helipad, because why not, and a 15-story parking silo. It's like the ultimate package deal. Owned by Britam Properties, a subsidiary of Britam Holdings, British-American investments company, they invested a whopping $200 million into this artistic prism-shaped tower to serve as their commercial hub in Nairobi. And since its inauguration in 2017, this skyscraper has remained the tallest building in Kenya. So if you're in Nairobi, you gotta check this one out. Hassan II Mosque, 689 feet, Casablanca, Morocco. Hey there, let's talk about a mosque that's not just a place of worship, but also an incredible engineering feat. The Hassan II Mosque in Casablanca, Morocco. This massive mosque is not only one of the largest in the world, but it also sits on a promontory overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, making it a real showstopper. Designed by French architect Michel Pinceau, this mosque is an exciting blend of traditional Moroccan and contemporary architectural styles. But it's not just pretty, it's also a marvel of engineering. The construction team had to get creative with techniques like drilling deep into the bedrock to support this towering structure. What really sets this mosque apart is its retractable roof, which opens up to let in sunlight and fresh air, providing visitors with a comfortable worship experience. And if that's not enough, part of the mosque's floor is made of glass, allowing worshippers to see the ocean below while they pray. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the controversy around the mosque's construction. It took a whopping $750 million to build, and Moroccans had to contribute a significant portion of that cost. In fact, every family was obliged to pay a minimum amount in exchange for a donation certificate. But hey, we can't argue with the end result, a symbol of Moroccan pride and ingenuity that's simply breathtaking. The Carlton Center, 732 feet, Johannesburg, South Africa. Hey there, let's head on down to Johannesburg in South Africa and take a peek at the Carlton Center, a towering beast that looms over the city's skyline like a boss. This 50-story shopping center and skyscraper is so tall, it could make even the bravest of souls feel a little weak in the knees, standing tall at a whopping 732 feet. It was designed by none other than Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill, a fancy schmancy American architectural firm, and was completed in 1973. It used to be the tallest building in Africa until the Hillbrow Tower decided to be a show-off and surpass it in 1978. But hey, no hard feelings, right? What makes the Carlton Center so special, you ask? Well, it's shaped like a giant diamond. That's right, it pays tribute to South Africa's diamond industry and the country's mineral wealth. Despite some shady attempts to sell the building back to the government, the Carlton Center remains an important symbol of Johannesburg's economic and cultural significance. The Leonardo, 768 feet, Johannesburg, South Africa. Hey there! So listen up. If you find yourself in South Africa, you absolutely have to meet the Leonardo. This building is like the reigning champ of African skyscrapers, and it's a total gem of modern architecture. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. The Leonardo is so huge, it'll make your jaw drop. Like, seriously. It stands at a whopping 768 feet with 55 floors. And it's not just any old building. No, sir. It's got everything you could possibly want. From fancy pants apartments to super swanky office and retail spaces, and even some really posh dining experiences. The Leonardo has won a bunch of awards, including the Best Residential High-Rise Architecture Award at the 2019 African Property Awards. But let's be real, with a building this big and ambitious, there were bound to be some hiccups. In 2020, the construction company working on the Leonardo got the boot after some delays in completing the project. It was a bit of a legal battle, but in the end, the company lost out. But even with all of that drama, the Leonardo remains a total boss in the African architecture world. And guess what? There are even more skyscrapers in the works that are going to be even bigger and better. Can you even imagine? The future of Africa is looking brighter and taller than ever. Pinnacle Tower, 1,050 feet, Nairobi, Kenya. Oh boy, we're heading back to Nairobi, Kenya to check out one of the coolest engineering marvels out there, the Pinnacle Tower. This bad boy is like Nairobi's pride and joy, standing tall and proud at a jaw-dropping 1,050 feet. That's like super-duper tall. With 70 floors to boot, this skyscraper is one of the tallest buildings in all of Africa. Can you even imagine the view from up there? It's gotta be insane! But hold on to your hats, folks, because this tower isn't just for show. Nope, it's got a purpose too. It's like the ultimate multitasker with luxury apartments, a hotel, offices, and even a rooftop helipad. Whoa, talk about fancy. The Pinnacle Tower was developed by the awesome team at Haas Petroleum and White Lotus Group with the design skills of Atkins Global. They started construction back in 2015, and they won't be done until 2030. That's like 15 years of hard work and dedication. And it's gonna cost a whopping $200 million. But you know what they say? You gotta spend money to make money, right? But like any amazing project, the Pinnacle Tower hasn't been without its fair share of drama. There was some land litigation that almost brought construction to a halt, but they managed to push through and keep on building. And let me tell you, it's going to be totally worth it in the end. This tower is like the hottest thing in town. And once it's done, it's going to offer some seriously stunning views and the ultimate in luxury living. Sign me up. Well, hold on to your hats, folks, because Tanzania is planning to build a 70-story spiraling tower on the beautiful island of Zanzibar. Yes, you heard that right. Zanzibar could soon have Africa's second tallest building, and it's going to be a real game changer for the local economy. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, shall we? The tower is going to be called the Zanzibar Domino Commercial Tower. Not quite as catchy as the Eiffel Tower, but I guess it'll do. The tower will be built on a man-made island, which is kind of cool if you think about it. Who doesn't love an island? Especially one that has a massive tower on it. But who's going to design this towering masterpiece, I hear you ask? Well, the New York, Dubai-based architecture and interiors firm Xcacia has been given the job. I don't know about you, but I'm picturing a team of architects frantically scribbling away on a massive drawing board, trying to figure out how to make a 70-story building spiral. It sounds like a logistical nightmare, but I'm sure they'll pull it off. Now, why is Tanzania building this tower? You may be wondering. The answer is simple. Tourism. COVID has hit the local economy hard, and the government is hoping that this tower will help bring tourists back to the area. I mean, who wouldn't want to visit Zanzibar and see a towering spiral building? It's the stuff of dreams, people. But let's not forget that this tower is going to be massive. 70 stories to be exact. That's a lot of stairs to climb, and I'm not sure my knees could handle it. But fear not, my friends. I'm sure there will be elevators, maybe even some fancy ones with glass walls, so you can see the spiral as you ascend to the top. I wonder what the views are going to be like from the top of the tower. I can only imagine they'll be pretty spectacular. You'll be able to see for miles around and maybe even catch a glimpse of the ocean. But let's not forget that Zanzibar is a tropical paradise, so I'm sure the view from the bottom will be just as breathtaking. I have to say, I'm a little jealous of the architects who get to design this tower. Imagine having the opportunity to create something so monumental. It's like being a modern-day Michelangelo, but with a drawing board instead of a paintbrush. Of course, there's always a downside to these kinds of projects. There will be some people who argue that a 70-story tower is a blight on the landscape and that it's not in keeping with the local architecture. But I say we should embrace change and progress. Who knows, maybe in 100 years, people will be flocking to Zanzibar to see the tower, just like they do with the Eiffel Tower or the Empire State Building. The iconic tower. Egypt. Hey there, my friend. Get ready to be wowed because we're talking about the iconic tower, the centerpiece of 20 skyscrapers that are being built as part of a central business district in the new capital city of Egypt. Can you believe it? They're trying to ease the overcrowding in Cairo by building a whole new city, and this tower is going to be the coolest thing there. The architects behind this impressive project, Dar al-Handasa Sher and Partners, really outdid themselves with this one. They were inspired by the shape of a pharaonic obelisk when they designed the tower's glass exterior. It's like they took ancient Egyptian history and mixed it with modern-day architecture to create a masterpiece. And get this, the exterior represents the Egyptian god Amun's Shuti crown. You know, that crown with 2 tail feathers of a falcon? Yeah, that one. How cool is that? Once this tower is completed, it's going to be a hub of activity with 77 floors, primarily dedicated to office space. That's a whole lot of business going on in one building. And get this, it's scheduled to be completed by late 2023. So, like it's almost here, people. Get ready to be blown away by this architectural wonder. F Tower, 1,300 feet. Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. Hey there, my adventurous pal. Buckle up because we're about to fly over the stunning coast of West Africa and take in its skyline from high above. In 2021, after almost 4 decades of being on paper, construction of the F Tower finally began. Can you believe it? That's like waiting for your pizza to arrive for 40 years. This tower was designed by the amazing Lebanese Ivorian's architect Pierre Fakouri, who also created the stunning Notre Dame de la Paix Basilica in Yamoussoukro. I mean, this guy knows how to make a masterpiece. And boy, oh boy, is F Tower a marvel of African architecture. It stands tall at a mind-blowing height of 1,300 feet, making it the highest tower in Africa. Its sleek, slender form is faceted in a sculptural way by trapezoidal inclined glass planes, giving it a unique, almost otherworldly appearance. And get this, the skyscraper's top is truncated by an oblique plane with symmetrical geometry representing an African mask. How cool is that? F Tower is set to be the destination of choice for international conferences with 72 distinct usable floor spaces and a 200-seater auditorium. And as part of an urban redevelopment plan, it will join the existing Towers A and B, built in the late 70s, and Towers C, D, and E, built in the 80s to create an iconic skyline of 6 skyscrapers that will set the tone for the continent's future super-tall structures. I mean, we're talking about setting a whole new standard here, people. Bagamoyo Megaport and Business Park, 1,476 feet, Bagamoyo, Tanzania. Hey there, folks. Are you ready for the future? 'Cause it's about to arrive in Tanzania. Say hello to the Bagamoyo Megaport and Business Park, a multi-billion-dollar project that's going to change the game for Tanzania's economy. This isn't just any old infrastructure project, my friends. We're talking about a deep-water port, an industrial park, a fancy schmancy residential area, and a bunch of commercial centers all rolled into one. But wait, there's more! The Pièce de Résistance is a towering 110-story building that's going to be the tallest in Africa. Can you believe it? It's going to be so high, you'll need a nosebleed kit just to look at it. And what's inside, you ask? A luxury hotel, some sweet apartments, office space, and an observation deck with views so epic you'll want to slap your mama. Now, I gotta be real with you folks. This project hasn't exactly had an easy go of it. There are concerns about how it's going to affect the local ecosystem, and money has been a bit of a headache. But let's not focus on the negatives, okay? Africa's skyline has been on the up and up lately, with all sorts of cool projects popping up left and right. Some of them have had their fair share of drama, but overall, things are looking pretty darn bright for the continent's cities and their kick-ass architectural visions. So, what's going to be the next big thing to grace the African skyline? I don't know about you, but I'm excited to find out. Stay tuned and keep watching this channel, folks. We've got all the deets on the latest and greatest buildings and projects coming your way.